Hi there, and welcome to the Peters Podcast. And today we're going to talk about PETA. So, um, one of my friends decides to tell me that I should do an episode on pets and animals. And my experiences with it. My experiences with pets is that I would, as at a young age, I would get a dog. The first dog I had, her name was Shelby. Um, my best friend, I never could remember her name. I always call her Penny. Um, and we also had a cat named Ginger because she was a orange tabby. And those two would terrorize each other, from what I remember. Um, if that's true, I don't remember. um, but my memory of that dog was my biggest memory was I came home from school. I was in kindergarten, I believe, and yeah, one day I just came home and she was gone, and I was just like, oh, where'd she go? And nobody would tell me the truth until I was like 19, and my dad's just like, yeah, we gave her away. I'm like, oh, cool, thanks for that. His response was literally, why are you looking at me like it was my fault? I wanted to keep the fucking dog. It's your mother. What? Okay. And then my other experience was the three cats that I can remember. There was Ginger, um, who we were transporting, and we didn't have a proper cage for her, and she ran out of um, where I live. We have a Dairy Queen that's right next to a highway, and the cat bolted from the van door because we had a Dodge Caravan, an old style Dodge Caravan. So it was like the big clunky red one, um, and that cat just got fucking nailed by a tire, and its nose was broken, and I think we got it fixed. It's either we got it fixed or put it down, and I can't remember which one it was. Um, but no, we love that cat. It was a complete freak accident. It was I think it was me who was holding it, and it scratched me because it was scared. Because cats don't like car rides. My other experience was, and I'm doing this chronologically, so I'm trying to remember. Um, I had a cat named Balboa, my brother named, um, and he kept saying that it was his cat, but he was up north and he dropped it off at my dad's. So I remember my fondest memory of him was I don't smoke weed for a specific reason. And one of the reasons is that when I smoke weed, I start to hallucinate, and I start to see frame by frame and tracers and stuff. Um, and so I had one of those attacks, and I just went downstairs, went to sleep. I wanted to sleep it off, and my my cat literally, like, I was laying like this. I was just like, oh, fuck my life, this sucks, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to be high. And I had my legs open, and my cat scared the shit out of me, jumping onto the bed and laid right in between my legs to make sure I was okay. And that is the sweetest, uh, one of the sweetest cats I've ever had. Where it went, I have no idea. The other cat that I had, it was my son's cat, and his name was Steven. Don't ask me why I was named Steven. Just animal with human name. And Steven was another orange tabby. We like rare animals in this family. Not rare to the point of like, oh yes, we take exotic animals. No, it's like, oh, it's not very common you get a pure orange tabby. Let's get one of those. Because tabbies are common, but the orange ones are less common, especially in females or males. This one was a male. So, Steven was pretty much like because I lived with my mom for a good 6 months, and or no longer than, yeah, about 6 months. And during that time, she had a cat, and I would change the litter box. I would feed it, just mainly because I was at home. Like I was getting my life back together, and I was just going through an end to a relationship with my baby mama, my youngest mom, and so she got a cat, and like that cat was mine. Like I'm the one who took care of it, but it was to the point where I was like, when I'd sit down, I'd put up the recliner, and the cat would come and lay in between my legs, and when I'd go to bed, it would either lay in between my legs or right beside my legs. Needless to say that it was always with me. I'd go outside, it would follow me to the door. So that's kind of how that went. But back to PETA, because I have a huge heart for animals, but at the same time, I'm borderline a carnivore. Like I prefer my proteins over anything else. If I'm forced to eat, well, I'm not forced, but I do eat my vegetables because it is the healthier choice. But apparently, let's see, Wikipedia, People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA, is an American animal rights non-profit organization based in Norfolk, Virginia, and led by Ingrid Newkirk. Newkirk. I don't know how to pronounce that. PETA has 9 million members globally. She's Indian. From India. So, sorry, I was looking at this picture of a Silver Springs monkey. By the way, if you go into the Wikipedia page, you're going to see a disturbing picture of a monkey that is strapped to a bamboo harness. PETA disturbed images of the monkey with the caption, "This is the vivisection. Don't let anyone tell you different." So it's got like a monkey strapped to a device. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, is not that they're good. Like, don't get me wrong, there's an SPCA where I live, and I would love nothing more than to buy an animal from the SPCA, but I prefer to have some stability in my income, and right now I do not have stability in my income whatsoever. I don't even get paid for this yet. Hopefully by the time this comes out, I've had enough watch time so that way I can get some of that. No, PETA is incredibly cruel. Let's go down to the activism side of where um, they kind of tread with the vegans who stand outside of McDonald's naked with signs saying, "Oh, you're killing animals." It's like, yeah, we're the apex species. We do that. Do we do it in a humane way? Some of us don't, but there are some that do. And I've actually had vegans come up to me, make me watch a video of how pigs are slaughtered, and right after I took the VR headset off to stop watching it because it was done, I watched the entirety of the whole thing because I told them that I have a very strong stomach, so they gave me the grossest video to watch, and I took it off, and they're like, "Well, what do you gotta say now?" And I looked at them, and I'm just like, "I'm hungry." Doesn't that change your mind? No. I know tons of farmers who do things, the humane way. Um, I know tons of people who gather chicken eggs the humane way, who have who have you know I know tons of farmers who kill chickens the humane way. There's no real humane way to kill a chicken, by the way. I've had to kill and got grouse as a kid because family of hunters. So you learn at a young age to kill like grouse and small animals like that, and you get to learn about gun safety and it. The most I can say is that there's no humane way of doing that. Oh, so there's so much to touch on. There's the purebred dogs. What's the purebred dogs? PETA protested. Honest or cows have the same goal as pure bloodlines. Oh, they protested that Westminster Kennel Club in 2009 dressed up in the Ku Klux Klan and passed out brochures implying the Klan and the American Kennel Club have the same goal of a pure bloodline. That is absurd. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many things some of those dogs are mixed with? Yeah, some of them are purebred, but some of them have like 136th what was it? Pug. Like hearing ear and seeing eye dogs. Oh, they're against seeing guide dogs. PETA supports hearing dog programs when animals are sourced from shelters placed in homes, but opposes seeing eye dogs because the dogs are bred if they're no equally intelligent, literally dying from home. Oh, fuck you. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump right into it. And I'm gonna look it up. So I have. They kill pets. I'm not even gonna. There's actually a website called PETAKillsAnimals.com. Go check it out. Am I gonna put it on? No, because I don't want PETA to come after me. I'm barely even thinking about putting PETA into the title. But PETA kills animals. They also said that milk causes autism and that it's bad, and they have videos of people drinking dog's milk, and people get outraged, and you wonder why, because it's dog's milk. I think the weirder part is some of the people actually enjoyed it. I'm outraged that they did that, but at the same time, I'm outraged because some of you fuckers, you dirty, nasty fuckers, actually enjoyed drinking dog's milk. What's wrong with you people? A lot. What's wrong with me? A lot. Anyways, so apparently drinking milk causes autism, which is not true because it is a hereditary gene. So you don't get it from yeah, anyways, moving on. Steve Irwin controversy. Right, so PETA thinks that Steve Irwin's a bastard. Simplest way to put it. They say he mistreats animals, but let's face facts. You have a whole entire website called PETA Kills Animals. You should be ashamed of yourself. And don't get me wrong, I'm in 100% okay with the ethical treatment of animals. Like if it's an old dog that just you just need to put it down. There's a certain stabilities where the dog should be or should not be. And I can tell you right now, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of lines where they've crossed so many lines. Domain name disputes. In February 1995, a parody website calling itself "People Eating Tasty Animals" just near the domain name PETA.org. PETA sued, claiming trademark violation, and won in the suit in 2001. You know what? That's money well spent. Women in animal advocacy. Why are you putting women and animals in the same place? They are not the same. Although they might act the same. But men act like animals too. We are all animals. Stop it. So, I'm going to go ahead and click PETA Kills Animals. Fucking 10,000 things popped up. That's super, super cool. International version. Good. I'll never learn to fetch because PETA killed me. Is that a golden retriever or a Labrador? I can never tell the difference when they're puppies. Why PETA kills animals? Yeah, proof that PETA kills animals. They have yeah, so here's The Virginia Department of Agriculture and Customer Service requires all animal shelters to report numbers of cats and dogs they take in each year. The records indicate how many cats and dogs that were reclaimed to the owners and adopted out, transferred to other Virginia releases agencies, etc. And they have all the listings of how many they received last year, 2000. I'm just going to read the first one. 2021 is the year. They received 2,355, transferred 623, adopted 27, which is 1% apparently, and they killed 1,699, which is 71.1%. Visit PETA's shelter. PETA's lame defense. Since PETA Kills Animals debuted in 2005, people have frequently asked PETA why it kills animals so many animals. PETA dubiously claims it does not run a traditional animal shelter and that it puts down animals that are too sick or injured to carry on. There are good reasons to have this claim. One of those markdown killings, and actually there's a video of it, and I don't know where the video is, and I don't really actually feel like looking it up as someone who just makes a lame-ass podcast. You can't really expect me to look everything up, but by all means, please look it up. A worker of PETA decided to steal a person's chihuahua that was sitting on a front porch, so like at their house, at the person's house, just scooped up the dog, took it away, and euthanized it. So, healthy dog too, apparently. Just got its shots. There's more to read on this, but yeah, there's a sued for killing. 2014 was contracted. Public Wilbur alleges 16 in a lawsuit. Lure his. Okay, here's one. In 2014, PETA contracted to help remove stray animals into eastern Virginia, but local resident Wilbur Zarate alleges in a $9.7 million lawsuit filed in Norfolk that PETA officials paid children to lure his family dog off of his porch when the dog failed to entice Maya, a chihuahua. This is the one I'm talking about. PETA officials trespassed into Zarate's porch, nabbed the pooch. You shouldn't have porch and pooch in the same. I know you're trying to be clever, but like, I'm trying to read this, and you were really. When Zarate's niece contacted PETA about Maya's disappearance the next day, PETA denied even being in the area that day. When she told the representative of PETA that she had security footage of the dog napping, the representative abruptly hung up. 2 days later, the PETA employees who had abducted Maya returned a fruit basket, and with a fruit basket and news that Maya was dead. I actually opened up this tab. I didn't read this. I've heard about it. Trust me, I've heard about it. settled the lawsuit for about 50,000 and was fined by the state for killing Chihuahua. I wouldn't have taken the money, honestly. Fuck you, you killed my family dog. I don't even care if it was Chihuahua. I don't even like Chihuahuas. Still, fuck you. You killed my dog. I'm gonna make you rot. Peter's Dirty Tactics. There's a comic book of PETA targets your kids with comic books and protests. You're killing animals, and it has a bunny on there that is going, ah. That bunny's gonna taste good. Let's just put it that way. PETA's connection to violence. Okay, so this kind of goes with veganism. I actually want to touch base on that. So let's do that today. Anyways, Ingrid Newkirk also has been one to kill animals. I don't know why Steve-O's here, but they try to get celebrities involved, like Pamela Anderson and her Dodge Viper. But Pamela's Dodge Viper auctioned to benefit PETA had a luxurious leather interior. Yep. Jenna Jameson was photographed fishing, slurping oysters, and wearing a leather jacket just weeks after launching anti-leather campaign. Morrissey, I don't know who that is, got an official okay from PETA after eating at a steakhouse. Dita Von Diess had written her love letter of furs and full grass. Steve-O built his Creole abusing animal on film. Jackass. Oh, it's not even abuse. Fuck off. If anything, those bulls attacking Steve-O are the ones being the abusers. Smashing. The officially anti-fur Eva Mendes was worn fur anyways. Oh yeah, and then there's religious. That actually says what I wanted to say. Religious nonsense. Of Christians with the message that hogs died for their sins. I'm going to say this as nicely as I can. Christians, and specifically Jews, it's against their religion to eat pork. So, because they are considered quote-unquote dirty animals because they roll around in their poop. Cows, chickens, lambs, those aren't off the table now. Which is great because I love veal. Bacon wrapped veal. Bacon wrapped veal. Call it sins of the sinner. Or sins of the saint. Veganism. I want to read this next part because it is actually fucking interesting to me. PETA insists, contrary to centuries of rabbinical teaching, that Jews that the Jewish ritual of kosher slaughter shouldn't be allowed. It's infamous Holocaust on your plate campaign compared the Jews to the victim of Nazi genocide to farm animals. They do that a lot, actually. You know, I've noticed that everybody compares a lot of shit to like World War II. You stub your toe, it's like World War II. Um, I just want to go ahead and, because after reading that, I want to go ahead and say that if you ever refer anything, um, like if you call someone a Nazi because they're being really strict, that's just a metaphor. However, the word Holocaust, if you insist on using the word Holocaust in any of your phrasing, such as that, like, oh, what animals go through in farms are like the Holocaust. You're a bastard. You're a bastard, and you should shut the fuck up. Thank you. Moving on. But yeah, go check out PETA Kills Animals. This looks like an actual interesting website, and I hope the people who made this website watch my videos, and I want them to know that I fully support what they're doing. I would love nothing more than to get rid of PETA and a lot of veganism, because to be very honest, we don't need that. We don't. When I go to McDonald's, I don't want to be greeted with having to shut my daughter's eyes because some woman just decides to stand there flaunting her tatas, saying that McDonald's is killing animals. Fuck you to the moon, you fucking numpty. I can't fucking stand people who decide to go to absolute extremes to protest. I can barely stand protesters. If you have a problem, do something more than sit there with your fucking chest out, being naked with a sign. You're doing nothing but embarrassing yourself. Just want to put it out there. You're embarrassing yourself and everybody around you, and your bloodline is now tainted because of your fucking idiocy. Moving on. Veganism is a practice of abstaining from the use of animal products. That's it. But it stopped being a diet, and is officially now just more like a cult. I will say that there are some people like fucking, I wish I could pronounce his name. Oh, don't give me the Persian and the Armenian. Patrick Babomian. Patrick Babomian. He's he's now a retired strongman and bodybuilder, but he is a vegan. And for the simple fact that I've only heard of him because he's vegan. It just goes to show what that does. I also want to say, real quick, that I've talked to a lot of vegans, and they eat insects. You're gross, and how do you feel about not seeing the difference between an animal and a bug, or an animal and arachnid? One of my ex's sisters, who happens to be my ex, that's a funny story. Um, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I want to hear this." Okay, so I dated this girl, and then almost 10 years later, I dated her sister. Oh no, it was 10 years later. Almost 12, roughly, give or take. Um, so, anyways, when I was dating the younger sister, I looked at the older sister, and I'm like, why? Why do you actually eat bugs? I have I sell protein powder, and it's vegan, and like you can come, and I'll give you a discount if you just stop eating bugs. um, and um, I'll just do that one on. I'll do a conclusion on the fly. Some people do it for environmental reasons, and honestly, uh, to be 100% honest, your environmental reasons are skewed. If we didn't eat cows, the methane gas coming from their ass, which yes rhymes, but the methane gas coming from their flatulence, then there, um, burns a hole in our ozone. So if anything, if I went on a carnivore diet where I only ate cow, um, I'd be helping the world a hell of a lot more than I would being a vegan. So, and that's science. So suck on that nonsense. Um, Just the same with like people who are like, oh, I want to go green. Well, no, no, because lithium mines destroy more of the earth than getting like gas and oil. Fucking pick the lesser of two evils. I mean, yeah, they're both evil, but whatever. There are religiously vegans, so people who have to do it within, um, like I know a friend who is not Baptist, Seventh Day Adventist. Um, she doesn't eat any meat, and that's a religious reason, and all the power to her. But I still think that she should have I shouldn't say like vegan. Like she still has like milk and cheese and eggs and stuff, but the odd fish. But so it's more of a vegetarian. Um, um, and most of these people are actually most of them are female. Most of them are Jews. And most of them are white. So, what do you mean most of them are fucking heterosexual? No, they should be fucking. You should be writing this down correctly. Um, um, yeah, so let's end this one here with my conclusion. Um, Peter, you're a bunch of bastards. Stop fucking killing animals. If you cannot take care of the animals, give them away to shelters. Give them away to better shelters. Shelters that actually give a fuck about animals. And yeah, you guys are disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I cannot stand you. Vegans, science proves that you're wrong. As far as like, oh, you can get the same protein as vegetables as you can with meat. Yes, but no. You can get the same protein, but meat is more digestible protein. You'd actually have to eat, I think it is, double the amount of calories. So meat protein versus plant protein. I almost put vegetable protein. And actually eggs give you the most protein, by the way. This doesn't, no, let me say this. This doesn't give us the right to not eat our fucking vegetables, right? I just read something that is very fucking true, right? Just because meat gives you more protein doesn't mean that the vegetables don't help. Like, vegetables give you fiber. You're never going to find fiber in a fucking steak. Eat your vegetables. Very aggressive with this. Let's go medicine.net. Why not? A little thing of beans. Oh, the beans. Oh, there's barley. There's barley there. Choosing plants rather than meat increases your dietary fiber, lowers your cholesterol, manage your weight, lower the risk of cancer, keep your blood pressure low, lower diabetes. Okay, that's not what I want. Like, yes, you should definitely eat plants. You should eat your vegetables. Fuck, I can't find it at the moment. Well, protein powder. You should also use your protein powder. Ew, soy. Ew, ew, ew. No, we're not going to talk about that. Okay, better way to do this is how much meat would you have? How much? No. How much? How much veggies to get a day to get the same amount? I can't type right now. Amount of protein go down as meat. Animal-based foods other than red meat that are high in protein. Fuck. I saw a video on this. Why do they not have this, like, ready? Medicine.net. According to a National Academy of Medicine, adults should aim to get at least 7 grams of daily protein, 20 pounds of body for every 20 pounds of body fat. For example, a 140-pound person should have 30 grams of protein each day. Your protein intake should be anywhere from 10% to 35% of your daily calories. That's good. Alright, I'll just go off the top of my head because I can't seem to fucking find it and I can't really remember. So there is a video out there that I think, I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. I think it's like 2 times, this is where I'm getting confused, is I think it's 2 times or 3 times the amount. So, if you have a 12-ounce steak, you need to eat 3 times the amount of vegetables to get the same amount of protein that is digestible. Now, maybe it's 4 times. You need to eat a lot. Now, there's less calories in a steak, more protein that is digestible. Yes, there's a lot of good nutrition in eating plants. However, you would need to eat a substantial amount of vegetables in order to eat the same amount of protein, which is why whenever I'm doing my meal plans, like right now I got a meal plan going that is about 5,000 calories, give or take. I need to have veggies. So for my dinner, for example, I have ground beef, rice or potatoes, depending on how I feel, and a good amount of veggies. About the same amount of veggies as the potatoes and rice. Why? Because if I make it the same amount as the ground beef, I'm going to just be sick by the end of it. I'm already going to be sick by the end of it because I'm having 5,000 fucking calories. It is a lot. It is too much. And I'm doing this because I want to gain a healthy amount of weight at a slow pace. But at the same time, I'm also breaching to the point of my stomach being engulfed with food. So, with that being said, vegans, fuck you. Science, you got scienced. Suck my dick. Josh Peters 2022, you got science. Suck my dick. Anyways, I've got a monitor here. I think that's going to be it today. If you would like to have me do a topic of your interest, please write it down in the comments below. Don't forget, if you need premium beard products, I have a link in the description down below that is that'll lead you right to thebeardstruggle.com, or use my promo code REDGOAT15, that is REDGOAT15. Now, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.